Hello there. Hi. Okay, so this is the end of week 4. So this is Thursday. Tomorrow being Friday is my second placement, so I'll do another video on that one. So end of week 4. What happened? Basically, it's coming to the end of our training. So we were looking at management of depressed people, like depression, anxiety, what the signs, symptoms are, that sort of things. Also, how to deal with frail people, and generally like the elderly, that sort of things. How to also give the bad news as well. So ultimately, and part of the career would be to give bad news to somebody if their loved one has just passed, but expired or died, and we have to use the D word, sadly. But it's how to be able to do that, and how to explain to people that they've done everything they can, and that someone has actually died. Ultimately, on that side of things, it's the paramedic, we are told, who has the job of telling that to the relative or whoever is with the person. There has been times when the ECA themselves has to do that because the paramedic is doing other things. We also went through crime scenes. If there's a possibility that the person who's died hasn't died from natural causes, so the actual location of the person on the floor is basically a crime scene, and what the police would expect us to do, what we shouldn't be doing, like walking all over it, that sort of things, and generally, along those lines. So it's kind of like the darker side of the job, but it's something we have to understand and learn and take on board. It's probably not going to be every single day this happens, finding that we have to tell somebody that the loved one's died. More likely we are going to be talking to people who are anxiety depressed. Also, we were doing conflict management, so which means that why are people against going one to the hospital? That we have to ask their permission and things like that. And as long as they've got all their faculties about them, they can give us consent. They're happy to take them to the hospital. If they don't give us consent and they are not in a mind of a good capacity to understand what's going on, then there's rules and regulations for that as well. So it can be quite a grey area, but we've got obviously the paramedic to help us along those lines, and we are going to be completely new. So I think that the rule of thumb is just follow what the paramedic is asking us to do, and then in time, we will learn all this. The other thing about conflict management is, you might come across somebody who's under the influence of drugs or drink. They can get quite, let's think, physical with the ambulance service, and they could be quite upset, angry, scared, and generally it sounds like they're attacking. If they do attack us, it's attacking the uniform rather than the person themselves. So what we were told to do is basically step back, talk to them, use our voice for communication. So that was another big thing, especially for today, was a communication theory today, so that was good. We did also touch upon what happened in Salisbury as well, and if there is any breakouts of certain viruses or certain airborne elements. It was quite fortuitous actually that we were doing it today. It was all part of the course anyway, but it kind of made it a bit more realistic, that we can actually know what they're talking about, considering what's happened last week in Salisbury. So overall, it was kind of the darker side of the job, but it was all very much needed and taken on board. It's been very, very long days because we have the snow days as well. Of course, the 2 days we were off because of snow, so we've had to pack in the extra hours for this week. So we're all set now, we're all done. The last thing I was doing was go through my primary survey today to make sure my OSCE was all ready for next week. OSCE, sorry, I think it's, oh crikey, what does it mean? I can't remember the name of it. If you guys remember what OSCE means, please do make a comment. I think it's something about observation, scenario, or something like that. But it's the assessment at the end of the day, which we're going to be scored upon. But we have to practice our OSCEs and get it right. And you know, I'm happy that I'm within a certain. I'm on a level now which I think I'm going to be passing, but probably the skin of my teeth. We'll see. Anything can go right. I mean, I'm going through my basic, go through my personal. I can't get my words right again. Sorry. I'm going through my primary survey, which is what we need to do, and I'm going through my ATMIST, which is, you know, the handover and everything else. But when you are physically doing it under exam conditions, and you've got to do it within a certain time limit, I find it all goes to pot. So the thing to do is keep the primary survey in your mind, learn it absolutely verbatim. You don't ever deviate from any of that, because that's going to be your bread and butter for the OSCE. Okay, after the OSCE, I'm told that when you're alive and on scene, that kind of goes out the window. I think, but you know, primary survey is very important, so that's the most important thing we have to do. So yeah, so that's my week really. I had a little chat with my trainers. They're very happy with where I'm going at the moment, so you get that every week. You know, how you're getting on, any problems you've been coming across, any things you're positive or negative. The trainers here are extremely good. They're very open, and you can ask them anything. I even met up with my OM, which is the operational manager, today, and he's a lovely chap as well, and he's in charge of the OOs, which is the operation officers or something. Crikey. Again, if you remember what an OO is and an OM, then please do comment. Because I think you'll probably do this one actually. So yeah, I'm still, you know, very much a newbie at this, but thoroughly enjoying the course. I would still absolutely recommend it to anybody who is thinking of changing a career and hasn't got much, you know, the idea of what they want to do. Have a look at doing something like ECA. You know, you don't have to be massively fit in the way of big muscles and things like that. You've seen my other DVDs or the other videos I put in about the requirements. If you want me to go through that again properly with absolute fitness things, then let me know, make a comment, and I'll do a separate video on that one. Okay, so for now I'll sign out and I'll get on with my Friday shift, and I shall put that up at the end of the week. So everyone have a very safe week. Wrap up, because I understand there's a bit more snow coming, and I shall talk to you soon. All right, take care guys. Bye for now.